Hello and welcome to Cricket and Wrestling for us. And Extreme Rules is in the books, and that ending was absolutely shocking in not a good way. Come on, man. That's not how you're supposed to end a show. But again, let's start from the top. The initial match between Liv Morgan and Carmella has been moved to the pre-show, which was unfortunate, but thankfully Liv Morgan won, which was the right decision in the end. Then if we come on to the main show, we had a new match added on with the New Day versus Bobby Lashley, AJ Styles, and big old Omos. And you know what? Bobby Lashley was an absolute beast in this match. Until the end, when there was like not exactly shenanigans, but I think Lashley hit AJ Styles. He went over. Then Lashley turned around and Big E hit the big ending and won the match. So Big E, once again, second time defeating Bobby Lashley, something that hasn't happened quite a lot over the past few years. So great win for the New Day. And then we have to talk about the Charlotte Flair versus Alexa Bliss, the Raw Women's Championship match. Again, there was, I'm going to call it a distraction because Alexa Bliss was not too happy with what Charlotte Flair did to her doll. Who is it? Lily? Yeah, to Lily. So in the end, Charlotte Flair won quite easily, but the match was pretty good. Again, we talk about distractions and WWE, it's like one and the same. Right? Same with surprise roll-ups, but I'm not going to go down that road. If we get to the US title match, which is probably the match of the night, or a close contender at least to the match of the night, and we've got Damien Priest, Shaemus, and Jeff Hardy, and that was such a great match, honestly. Even though it seemed like maybe Sheamus is going to win, maybe Jeff Hardy might get the wood over both of these guys, but it was almost written in stone that Damien Priest was going to win. And he did. He won. And thankfully, even at the end, when you look at it, Damien Priest came off as a hero. He celebrated with Jeff Hardy. So at the end of the day, the right guy won this match. The SmackDown Women's Championship match. Oh, man. This was a surprise return match, but also the fact that Bianca Belair almost beat Becky Lynch if there was no surprise return. This was a very solid match. And again, the second match that I would probably say is match of the night contender in this instance. But guess who returned? Sasha Banks returned and absolutely thrashed, smashed, went ballistic on Bianca Belair. And then obviously after thrashing her all over the ring and DQ, Bianca Belair won the match. And there was an interaction between Sasha and Becky, and obviously Sasha Banks beat the hell out of her as well because she wants the title. She wants the title. So, you know, perfect story. Let's see where it goes from there. And the Usos against Street Profits, they won. That's all I'm going to say. Do check out that match. It was a really good solid match if you look at the actual wrestling, like every other match on the card. And we saw the match finish with the Usos doing a splash, both of them. And it was a good ending from the Bloodline. And speaking of the Bloodline, we have to talk about the main event where it was the Demon Finn Balor versus Roman Reigns. And this was a good match. It wasn't one of the best matches that I've seen with Roman Reigns or Finn Balor, but it was a good match, well contested. There was obviously some sort of shenanigans or distractions, if you want to call it, because randomly when Roman Reigns started to make this match an Extreme Rules match, which, by the way, I just want to add, there weren't many matches with stipulations in this on this card, which is shocking for an Extreme Rules card, but that's a conversation for another time. But honestly, after Roman Reigns, I think he speared Finn Balor through the barricade, and then random music started to play. Random meaning the Demon music started to play. Demon went absolutely crazy, beat everyone up. All right, he was like, yeah, I'm gonna get the coup de grace, win the match. He goes to the top rope, and the rope breaks, tumbles over, spear from Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns wins the match and retains his title, which was so written in stone that I knew that was going to happen. The aura behind the Demon kind of failed, I'd say, because tumbling over, getting speared, and then losing the match, it just doesn't sit well with me. But in the story side of things, I think WWE was trying to protect the Demon. It doesn't look like it, but that's the way they go. That's their thought process, and can't really argue much with that, however much I really want. Anyways, long story short, that comes to an end. Extreme Rules is in the books, and there's no extreme title changes, which was expected, but in the end, let's see how tonight goes. With Raw, we have the big WWE Championship match, Bobby Lashley versus Big E. That's going to be a doozy. Do let me know your thoughts about this Extreme Rules. Thank you so much for watching. Until next time, take care, guys.